Hello, this is me, Jodie Jones, and I thought I'd do a video about this laptop. This is the IBM Lenovo T43 Thinkpad, and I'm going to do some gaming on it because I've done enough messing about with putting Windows on it, which I went to XP and then 7, and I went to Vista, and then I've gone back to XP, and I've finally got everything working. So let's do an actual video about gaming on it. So I've got keyboard and a mouse. Where's my mouse gone? It's a bit easier than using the keyboard, so let's put it on. Everything works fine now, audio works perfectly okay. Because after I did the Max Payne demo, 2 days later I switched it on, the sound didn't work, and I put Vista on it, and then that worked, but it took all my hard drive over. And then I went back to 7, and then I had issue with audio on that. Should I turn that up, shouldn't I? These buttons here, volume up, down and mute, didn't work. And I think I didn't install something to do with that, and when I played, anything happened with the audio, it just didn't come up, so it didn't actually produce the sound on the speakers. So I had a lot of trouble with that, so I've got it completely reinstalled and it's working fine. So let's get something installed on here and let's put a game on it. Right, so what I've got on here, I've got a number of emulators. I've got Amiga Win UAE, I've got WinVice, which is Commodore 64, and I've got a number of games, and a couple of PC games too. So let's have a look at, say, the mouse is really dodgy because it's 10 years old and the buttons don't work. Original Doom. Let's play original Doom just to see what it can do. This is the original Doom. Nice and speedy, very smooth. What am I doing? Going around like a madman. I'm just running about. Look at the map. Yeah, it's the map. Is that good? No, that'll do. And basically there's not a lot going on with it, right? Just keep it there, and let's run that again. And this does get a little bit warm. Some games make this thing run really hot, and others don't. So because it is a laptop, and of course the no, that's a demo. What am I doing? I actually beat the lap thing on here, the lap record on this yesterday. This is a really nice game, isn't it? The white Ghost is the best lap ever, practically. Try to stay ahead of this guy, it's not easy to do. If I can stay ahead of him, I'll be alright. But... right behind me. Is he getting me? That's the best, fastest guy ever, so... yeah, he's getting past now. And I beat the ghost. Oh no, it's gone into that corner a bit fast. Oh, he's beating me, come on. Oh, he's beating me, but... so that's racing game. Playing that. We exit. I left the task manager running, and yeah, it is like the CPU is like really like there's nothing going on here. That's got to be the graphics card, the graphics processor doing all that work there. Because the CPU, you think it'd be up here, but it's not. It's just like a whole lot of nothing. So that's almost working like a proper graphics card, because I've seen integrated stuff where it doesn't do that. It just maxes the CPU out. So that's weird. Anyway, it's another one. Not that one. Where's the other one? Did I put there it is. This one was weird. The graphics came out upside down, which is odd when I first installed it. These games are like 20 years old. This is like the 5 years before this machine was even made. They made these games. Yeah, it's doing something weird. That's weird. It does something weird with the graphics when it's loading but not the main game. Oh my god, what's it doing? What's it doing? Yeah, it does a thing. It's got an issue with the graphics. The stuff. It comes out back to front, I don't know why. The game itself didn't. Oh, it's doing it wrong. Oh, I didn't do this yesterday. What's it doing? Oh my god. Oh, that's an issue. That's too loud anyway. Oh my god, what's it doing? Didn't do this yesterday. Did it on the start. Oh, it's doing some stupid crap. What's the bloody... Go with that. Tell me that's... It's got an issue with the graphics, I don't know why. There we are, that's got it. It sets the graphics up back to front. Oh, come on. There's a shortcut. Oh, it's not here, it's over there, isn't it? Damn it. There's a shortcut you can take. I've bloody messed that up. It's here. There you go. Oh man. There's a shortcut. I messed that up, haven't I? Oh man, this shortcut's not very good. Oh man. So that's my ghost that's on me now. Oh man. No. I'm trying to just get through these games. So yeah, that one's really smooth as well. That one does. It's like, see, that works right. It does a weird graphics thing on that. I don't know what that is. 1999. This game is so old. I remember running this on an emulator on my main iSeries, and it was Pentium. It wasn't even Pentium 2 emulated, and it didn't run that very well at all. See, that took a lot of the processor time there, oddly enough, because all the way to the top drops down, whereas the motorbike game didn't use any CPU at all. It must have been on the graphics, so this is optimised different, which is kind of weird. Okay, so there's the emulators. We've got this one will use quite a lot of CPU on here. The Amiga emulation is a little bit annoying because you've got to basically set up a configuration file. And you've got Amiga 500 and you load it in. Basically, you just set up your CPU chipset, whether you've got the original chipset, which is mostly the graphics, and you've got ECS, which was later, and AJ, which was the A1200. And then you've got your ROMs, which is your kickstart, and then your RAM, which is graphics memory, and then fast memory, which is non-graphics memory. And then you save it, and then you can basically load your games in. So let's do this has an issue with full screen, I think. No, it's got an issue. Maybe because I'm running the wrong. Let me do 1200 because that one might have an issue with that. And then what's my floppy drive? You don't have discs. You have images because the discs you can't put them in. There's no floppy drives on PCs anyway. They wouldn't work anyway because they're different format. Now this one's not loading. This one. Oh, there it is. This is an Amiga Power. This is a magazine that was out 91 to 97, I think it was, in Britain. And they had some really good cover discs and stuff. So we've got Super Operation, which is their best game ever, apart from the fact that it's really difficult and a bit unfair. This is a very good game, this one, but it's difficult. Sometimes this plays out when you start the game. Anything you pick up, like a power-up, it will kill you by accident if it's a bit. Sometimes it might do that. I might have to reload this. Okay, sometimes it can do things where it's a bit like Asteroids, but you're running about as a man rather than a spaceship. And there's things that stop the things moving about and things to power, but when you get killed, it powers you down, your weapon down a bit, so it's annoying. And of course it's timed as well. It starts to get a bit more sadistic as you go along. Changes your weapon to a more powerful one. And of course, as you go into the game, there's things you can pick up by accident that will kill you, or look like they might be power-ups and they're power-downs. Very annoying. I've played this game a million times, so... This bit, if you stand under there, it drops change your weapon to a single shooter. I don't like that, so I just try and avoid it until later in the game. It gets the clock as well, so it's a bit annoying. That's the bit. I wish there wasn't a timer on it, but. Then it gets a bit more silly like this when you get all the two of these bloody things going on here. Just blows everything up. I don't want to pick that single shooter, that B icon thing. Use my weapon to that. That makes me invulnerable for about 30 seconds. That slows me down, that triangle thing. I bet I did the entire game. There's about 30 levels. I'll probably get to about 12 as we'll just run out of luck on that. Oh, bugger. This one starts to get really bloody annoying when you have to jump over things. And it'll drop the bloody, sometimes you'll shoot this and then it drops the extra life and it'll drop it at the top of the screen and you can't get it. So it's bloody annoying, that. This is not an easy game. It's not an easy game. Oh, it drops it up there. Oh man, that thing will... Oh, damn it. Oops. I almost always get killed on this one. At least at the beginning of it. It slows my weapon down, which is not funny. Give me that. Oh, this thing in the middle doesn't do anything, that red thing, it doesn't do anything, it's just for looking at. Yeah, there we are. Nice. This one, what a bit easy this one, this is easy. These death icons they drop there and that's funny. The skull thing. Ooh, damn. Not the big rocks you got to worry about, it's the little ones because they get everywhere and they're bloody annoying. So that's the time I'm running out. This one can be annoying, but it's not impossible. It will make me drop a single thing, but glitching a bit there. Whoops. I picked up an extra life. Oh man, this is not easy. Oh no, damn it. I can do this, but I'm probably going to fail on camera now. Oh man, I messed this up, hasn't it? Suddenly it gets very difficult. No, I'm not going to get through this one. I can get past. I got to about level 14, 15, something like that. This is level 11, so... Oh man, no. Well, okay. So simplification. Let's have 12, and you want to just do a different thing. You go to floppy drive, eject. I've got all of the games. I've copied everything over, so I've got loads of games on here. I did download these years ago. You can put them on an hard drive, on a hard file, but you need a program that will convert the disk images to actual just running off a hard drive. Otherwise, it'll do that loading thing. I saw Chupa Chups in a supermarket the other day. They actually still make them. I should get some and put them on camera. Oh, I've got to put the thing in, haven't I? I'll go for... I'll go zoos. We'll just do one section, I won't do the whole level. Yeah, the fan doesn't go wee like some laptops go. I have a fan where it goes absolutely crazy like an airdryer. It's like, oh, it's chugging along, it's doing its thing. Sometimes it's going to be a bit funny on computers, they're not fast enough. This is the A1200 version, so I'm running the A1200 emulation. This is doing a really good job of it actually. That's smooth. I've had my Pentium 4. The old Dimension 4300, which is 2001, that's the Willamette core, and that struggles a little bit with AGA emulation. This is like, wow, this is like nice. The sound and the music together, the game sound is missing on here because that's how they made the game, I think. Because the AGA, the Amiga's had 8-bit sound, so the audio is either sound, game sound, or music, but not both together. It's a shame really, because it's like... Pentium M processor. I think I read it was about 8 billion instructions per second, so... Like a Pentium 4 Prescott, that's a latter day Pentium 4. Let's have the sound. He's handling it very well. I've seen machines struggle with this if they're not set up right or they're not fast enough, and this is like working really well. This is actually. Yeah, that's all too on Win UAE. Let's show a couple more, but